Welcome back. It is me, the Jake. I am here. I am on the microphone. This is just me today. My guest did a no call, no show. So that's cool. That's fine. I don't really care. Well, actually, I do care. I'm a little upset. But what can you do? You can't control other people. Yeah, if you're, just heads up, if you're ever scheduling something with someone and it's like, hey, this is the time we've agreed on there, and you just don't call them, and you just don't say anything. You should pretty much reevaluate your position in life. It's not cool to do that, especially when you're like texting him later. Oh, dude, sorry, I forgot. I made plans with my buddy tonight already. My B. All right, cool. Well, whatever. I'll get on past that. Guys, we did it. We made it. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, where we get to just shove our filthy heathen mouths just filled to the brim with that turkey and that gravy. It's just gonna slither on down. I'm so excited. It's gonna be mashed potatoes. There's gonna be milk. There's gonna be Jello. My cats are gonna be here for it all. I'm just so excited. It's gonna be dope. Just remember that it's a Thanksgiving where we decide what we're thankful for, and we all just share love with each other. It's not Drunksgiving where you decide to get really fucked up and ruin it for everyone. So, if you're going to the family event this year, just, it might just be best to put the alcohol away this time. It might just be best for everyone. We're not sure. We're not sure, but I'm pretty sure. We're not entirely sure, but we're pretty much entirely sure. Like 99 point. We'll just go with a healthy 100%. And we'll worry about it if somebody's like, "Hey, that's not me." We'll just be like, "Okay, we'll reevaluate them." But I have yet to see anyone who that doesn't apply to. And I can't think, what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the fact that we're getting some younger politicians in there who are like, this is stupid. We're not doing the whole war on drugs anymore because we just like the deprohibition of marijuana at the federal level just passed the House. That's awesome. So, it passed a few key committees, which is basically what's going on. So it'll get voted on, and then go over to the Senate, and then go to the president, and Donald Trump already said that he would sign it if it got there. Which, I know it doesn't mean much, because he said a lot of things, but that's just kind of the presidential thing. Presidents like to say things that they don't mean. It's kind of their thing. What can I do for you, cat? My cat, this whole time I'm trying to talk, and she's like pulling on my cable. I need those to no. Oshi. Every episode, I swear to God. Come up here. Just sit with me. Okay. There you go. Good girl. All right. So that's Oshi the cat. Oshi is putting on some winter weight, getting a little fluffy, and I don't mean fur-wise. She's getting a little squishy around the sides. So I haven't increased her diet or anything. It must just be like every winter she starts putting on some weight, and her fur gets a little deeper, a little darker. She's adorable. She's just adorable. My cat Thunder is downstairs. She'll come running up here as soon as she hears me giving Oshi any attention. She'll just come sprinting like, "Oh, me too." You guys, you should totally tag me in more. If you're listening to this right now, this is how I know if you're listening. Right now, I need you to pull out your phone. You're going to go to Jake Ryder Comedy at Instagram or Twitter, whatever. I need you to put a picture of your cat, your dog, your hamster, your horse. I don't care what it is. I need that. Just analyze my social medias. That's what I would like you to do. Thank you very much. Speaking of presidents doing dumb shit, how about our current president in impeachment and acting like he just doesn't really care? And I guess he doesn't have really a reason to, because all the Republicans on the Senate side have already said they're not going to vote to remove him from office. So it's like, well, what are you going to do there? It's kind of almost useless, I guess, but it's pretty interesting. Because every time anything happens, it's like the news comes out, this is the end of the fucking world right here. It's like, how many times have you seen like these bombshell breaking news stories that it's like in a day it doesn't even matter? Like what is this quid pro quo? I have never heard that. I have never heard that before in my fucking life, and now I'm hearing it all the time. It's on like every quid pro quo. And I had to like Google it to figure it out. It's such a like almost, oh, this is the document we're going to run with. This is what we're all doing. Everyone agree? Fox, MSNBC, CNN. Let's all just get on the same page here and run this story. At the same time, the fucking Patriot Act just got reauthorized, which if you don't know what the Patriot Act is, it's where they basically just pull down their pants and they stick the Fourth Amendment right up their asshole and then shit it back out on the floor. And then they just step on it a couple times. That is what the Patriot Act is. Just for, And if you don't honestly know what the Patriot Act is, you need to fucking get more involved, dude. That's terrible. You need to get more involved. I don't really care about politics. I don't really care about politics. Said everybody right before World War II when the people who did care about politics took all the power. You fucking idiots. You gotta care about politics, man. It doesn't matter if they're annoying. It just doesn't matter. Those dudes are running your life. You need to care. It's fucking stupid. I don't even have to tell you guys this. And I know most of my listeners are actually kind of politically active, which is dope. But if you got friends who are like not really voting, they're like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. If it's not worth it to vote for the top two, just go vote for like the third party guy. Just throw in a wrench. Fuck it. Honestly, like, what's the difference at this point? Can someone give me a legit? Well, we have these guys in there who, they've been doing it for a while. You know who's been doing it for a while? Hillary Clinton. And if she would have gotten in, do you think we ever would have known about Epstein? Probably not. What is up with them charging the prison guards? Like, who is out there right now is like, yes, this is the justice we've been looking for. The prison guards are going the fuck down. Like, what do they have to gain? What did they have to gain? Tell me. Like, nothing. These two dudes had absolutely, well, one of them was a female, but had no idea. Like, if they were involved, it was a patsy kind of point of view where I doubt they had a whole lot of info. Like I said in the last time, I read off that one thing last time in the Lindstrom episode. By the way, thank you, Tyler and Tanner. Tanner Lindstrom will be back on the next episode. We're just actually going to talk more about just him. His last episode, we were just talking hockey and fucking around. His brother was with him, so it was a little more fun. But Tanner's a good guy, and I kind of want to talk to him just too about, like he was a goalie for hockey, and honestly, he after high school just was like, no, and just got rid of all of his shit. Hasn't really skated since. So he's just one of those people that he does something, then he gets bored with it, moves on, and then if it keeps his interest, he'll stick with it. But I just like his mindset. He does things, and then if he's not happy doing it anymore, he's like, I'm done with that. He'll just move on. He's doing what he likes to do, and that's kind of how I sort of live too, which is. It's just it has its low points where you're like, well, that wasn't smart. But, fuck it. No one's getting out of this shit alive, so might as well just do whatever the fuck you want. Dude, how dope have the Bruins been, speaking of hockey? Oh my god. The Boston Bruins, fam. Those of you who know me know I love those boys. I've been trying to keep it down a little more because everyone's like, Jake, your entire social media feed might as well just be the Bruins fucking team page. It's all I talked about. So I tried to tone it back. I've barely been talking about it. But I absolutely love this team, man. They're doing so much awesome stuff. And it's, I still don't like Sweeney. I think he's still a douchebag. But Sweeney being the GM, I'm not buying what he's fucking selling, dude. I'm just not buying what you're selling. The problem that I have with you is that you're super corporate-y. It's super like, oh, well, literally, I guarantee you that it was just, just leaned over, hey, Sweeney, you wanna be, do you want to be the fucking GM? And then he goes, oh, Jacobs, yeah. Like, the Jacobs family owns it. Jeremy just sold the team to his sons. Oh, yeah, I'll be GM. I'll be fucking GM for a bit. Sounds like a little bit of a fun time. Just pay some bills, take a couple players here and there, kick them off, blah, 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 blah. I mean, Peter Chiarelli wasn't doing shit very much either. It's got to be a tough job. Imagine being a GM of a professional fucking team where, you're like, oh, I got to pay this cap, and this guy's pretty good, and then, you pick him up, and he just shits the dress the next year. Like, oh, Jesus, that wasn't worth the $50 million. Yeah, whatever. What can you do sometimes? I think that they're second place. Zdeno Chara is still up there just being a brute. I mean, he's getting older, and obviously his time is coming, but, man, I'm excited for him. Speaking of another hockey situation, the Fighting Sioux are in town to play the Golden Gophers here at the Mariucci. And, the Mariucci, if you guys aren't aware, is this raggedy, dumpy, old piece of shit building here in Minneapolis that these garbage hockey players play in. I'm sorry that they're not garbage. They're not. The Gophers produce great players. I'm a fanboy of the Sioux, so I just naturally have to. And I get immediately overwhelmed with guilt. Like, don't say mean things, dude. That was rude to say about them. They didn't do anything wrong. The only thing they did wrong was, Nothing actually. They're just the other team, I guess. So I'm getting more moved away from like being on teams and more just like trying to just be entertained by the whole thing instead of trying to be all like hype for one side. Because what if they lose? Then my afternoon's fucked. Like that's dumb. That's a stupid thing. Like my afternoon is going to be predetermined on what other people can do with this piece of rubber. Like, no, 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 no. I'm done with that. So I've just kind of been more just taking a step back and being like, oh, that game was good. It's all right. Whatever happens. And speaking of happening, you guys are like, dude, your transitions are dope as fuck. How are you just doing speaking of every time? Doesn't matter. I just have ideas. I'm going to Vegas soon, and that's pretty exciting. The last time I was in Vegas was not for a very great reason. I had a friend. I wouldn't really say he was a family friend, but he was more of like a parental role to me. His name was Ken Popelka, and he unfortunately passed away from cancer. And we went down there just kind of during the final time that he was alive, just to be there with him, see him again, just. So I want to go there for a good reason, and I'm going down there. I'm going to see my buddy Jason. I'm going to see my friend's Jason, his mom Di Popelka, who was Ken's wife. Jason was their kid. He's the dopest person. I love Jason. He's awesome. He'll be on the podcast. And then I'm also putting Di on the podcast because Di Popelka, she has lived a pretty awesome life too. She's done a lot of cool things. UFC related, medical related. She's been through the fucking ringer when it comes to she lost a son and her husband both within the same little time span. Just unbelievably tough to do that. So I have her around, just a little bit of inspiration for the people going through some tough times, just to be like, hey, this isn't actually that bad. It could be a lot worse, and I'm actually doing okay, And because she's doing great right now. Like, I'm sure she has tough days and some things are harder than others, but dude, she's got all these loving animals, and Jason's down there with her now, and she's got it's just awesome. I'm pretty proud of where she's going. So I'm going down there to see him again, get her on the podcast, get him on the podcast, just go see the squad, get away from this fucking snow up here. It's dumped snow in the Midwest. Just for all you guys, I know most of my listeners are in California. Hello, California. Listen, you guys have it so good right now, unbelievable. But up here, oh, didn't it snow? Actually, if you're from California, fucking tweet at me, be like, yo, it snowed. Or whatever, Insta message, whatever the fuck you use. I'm so bad with I'll use them. I barely know how to use Twitter. Like, apparently every time you repeat something to somebody, they hear, the whole Twitter sphere. Like all your friends, if you tweet and the people who are following you, they see that as like a regular tweet. It's not like a reply, like a comment. It's like just like a big old block right in there. I'm replying to Bill Clinton because that's just the type of person I am. Bill's writing like something like, "No woman should ever be unsafe," and I'm like, "Tell that to all the kids you raped, you fuck," because he was on Epstein's island no less than 26 times. In case you guys were curious, and I didn't say no more. I didn't say about. I said they have confirmed no less than 26. I haven't even flown with my I've never flown with anybody 26 times. I don't even know. I was a student pilot with the same. I don't know if I've even flown with the same CFI 26 times. Let alone this dude's just hopping on flights as the president. Where do you get all this fucking time to be chilling with a quote unquote financer we've never seen where this dude's money comes from. The dude, and I'm sorry, what did Acosta say? He belonged to the intelligence agency, which means the dude was a CIA operative. His fucking wife, or girlfriend, or whatever, did a photo shoot of her holding a book of murdered CIA agents. The dude was definitely in the CIA. He was definitely covert. He's definitely, probably not even dead if he was. Maybe he is, but I don't know, man. This one's so weird. This might be the most blatant, what's cool about it, though, is, now that this is coming out and everyone's like, oh, maybe they did do that other thing. Maybe they fucking did. They probably did. Dude, maybe they did kill MLK. Yeah, they probably did. And probably JFK. You have to understand, this presidents change, but the security agencies, those people stay there all the time. They go through there through president, through congresswoman, through congressman, through judge. They don't change. So, that's a weird place. It's a weird place to be, because if you're a constant, right? And I mean, one of the CIA and the FBI were both caught withholding information from the president. Well, what the fuck is that? Like, you don't have to like the guy, you don't have to agree with his decision, but that dude is the elected official. That guy has final authority over all of you unelected motherfuckers. Period. And what's more fucked is he didn't fire anyone for that. The first thing I would have done if I was the president, I will never, I guarantee you, after all some of the shit I've said, I'd be like, I'm running for president, and someone would take a soundbite of me making like a tranny joke, and they'd be like, oh, you can't be president now. I don't mean the jokes because, like, here's the deal, dude. If I don't like you, I wouldn't even be joking about you in the first place. I love everyone. Until you give me a reason not to love you, I will love you. You fight me, bitch. Not gonna happen. I'm still gonna love you at the end of the day. I don't have to like you, but just humans to me, I've grown this compassion towards other people so much. I can't separate myself from it anymore. So I'm not sure. I've tried. My whole life I've been kind of that way. I've tried to separate from it, but it always comes back to get you. You can't run. Anyway. I'm just going to move on. I got a new set that I've been working on, and I've not been uploading a whole lot of videos lately because I've been trying to keep this one a little more down low, so when I go and do this one, you guys can be like, oh, I haven't heard this one yet. So I've been kind of chill about uploading some of my sets. Just sorry about that. Just some of the stuff I'm kind of repeating some of my jokes too. I'm just refining. I'm trying to get them more like where they need to be. So I mean, you probably wouldn't even want to watch it in the first place because you can already see the ones. But I'm only gonna really upload jokes that I know are just kind of, they're not going forward, or they're completely ready to go out of the oven, and I've used it for paid shows because I'm not trying to give away free shit. You know, it's just what it is. I don't really know how long I've been on this. It doesn't really matter. I'll keep this one short. You know, I just hope everyone here has a healthy, happy, loving Thanksgiving. Reminder, if you're listening, I want to see your pet pictures. I really do. And if anyone has something interesting that they would like to talk about over the podcast airwaves, if this is even an airwave, I don't know how that works, hit me up. I'd love to talk to you. I'm trying to get this Skype recording thing. I got this software. I'm so shit at it. Fuck, man. I'm barely get. I'm figuring, like, I'm pretty good with music wise, like that type of software. But when it comes to video editing, dude, fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, have a good Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.